Welcome in, along with my twin Neil Hornsby. I'm Cole Brown. Today talking about our Week 3 Secret Superstars in the NFL. But don't forget to find your own Secret Superstars. Head over to ProFootballFocus.com. Check out our Premium Stats 2.0. You will not be disappointed. But Neil, remind the viewers how you qualify for this list.
Before I do that, one question for you. Do you mean twin like in Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito twin?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, okay, well, thanks for that. Anyway, Secret Superstars, what are we doing here, guys? Is we're highlighting the guys that you're probably not aware of or may not be aware of, but you really should be, and you really should be looking out for them in the coming weeks this year.
With that being said, let's get started. Our first guy on the list, Blake Martinez, a linebacker for the Packers, a guy who's known for racking up those tackles.
He's known for racking up the tackles, but he's also known for racking up a lot of yards as well in coverage, or the receivers going against him have been known for racking up a lot of yards. This is how bad it's got over the previous years. He gave up more yards in coverage than any other Packer defender, including all the cornerbacks, everybody. So that was a problem. He's always been a good run defender, and that's the reason that he's still on the team. However, this year, and the reason that he's been highlighted in this particular article, this particular video, is because he's really cleaned up a lot of that work in coverage so far. He's been very good indeed, and he has started to really come on. Of 119 coverage snaps, he's made 6 stops, including 3 incompletions. So that's a significant improvement over previously.
Our next guy on the list, a guy who's coming off a career year, honestly, Albert Wilson, receiver for the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, so when I think about Albert Wilson and when I thought about them picking him up in free agency, there's always a bit of a concern there. There's always this view that when you're playing in a contract year and you have your best year in a contract year, is this going to be a guy that kicks on, or is he going to be the guy that gets paid and then potentially moves a little bit back? And he was paid as the 26th best receiver in the NFL on the basis of a reasonably good but not great season. Why was he paid so well? Well, it was his run after the catch ability. So one of the things that people need to understand when they're considering Albert Wilson is this is what he does. He breaks tackles. He broke more tackles than any other wide receiver in football, with 2 exceptions, Jarvis Landry and Golden Tate. And both of those guys had a minimum of 20 more receptions than he did for that number. This is how good the guy is. Now, this year, he kicked on from that. He's gone on, he's throwing touchdown passes, he's catching balls deep. He's not just doing the run after the catch type stuff, but he's doing that as well. I think the Dolphins need to utilize him a lot more. Why do I think that? Because so far this year, he's got a yards per route run, which is a stat that I believe in tremendously. It's a really good indicator of play going forward, of 3.84 yards. That's second in the NFL. Wow. Second in the NFL. So I feel they get him on the field more, they will start to benefit from him even more.
I would definitely say when they first signed him, I was unsure of the signing because, like you said, he had one really good year. Outside of that, it hasn't been too great. But it's definitely paying off for the Miami Dolphins. Moving on to our next guy on the list, a guy who our very own Eric Eager actually highlighted him as one of the top 8 slot corners in the NFL. Bryce Callahan, slot cornerback for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, that Bears defense is becoming something. It's our number 1 rated defense at the moment, and Bryce Callahan is playing a massive part in that. One of the things that we're always looking for, one of the things that we're always highlighting is the value of the slot corner. Because if you haven't got a good slot corner, you can be taken advantage by the underneath slot receiver. There's a whole host of problems that can ensue. Having a really good slot receiver And at the moment, the best in the NFL, according to our grading, is a major advantage. And Bryce Callahan has been that for the Chicago Bears. He's grading 84.1, just when in the slot at the moment. That's a really, really fantastic performance. And it's been a significant reason why the Chicago Bears have kicked on and been the best defense in football so far this year. Well, and Khalil Mack, obviously.
Yeah, the defense definitely is a strong point of the team. It's definitely helping them carry themselves to some victories. But our next guy on the list, Austin Blythe, right guard for the Rams. So some might ask, well, the Rams are our #1 rated offensive line. How is he a secret superstar?
Well, because nobody knows who he is, right? They'll always talk about Andrew Whitworth, or they'll talk about Roger Saffold. They're not talking about Austin Blythe. In fact, by far, Austin Blythe was the least well-known of those guys coming in. In fact, the only reason that he was really starting to begin with is because Jamon Brown, their right guard from last year, was suspended for 2 games. Well, they made a decision when Jamon Brown was available to come back that they were going to stick with Austin Blythe. Well, at least for a week. We'll see whether that continues into this week or whether they're going to revert to Jamon Brown. I think that'll give you an indication as to just how they think Austin Blythe is playing. The other thing that's going to be a real test for Austin Blythe is he's going to be going up against a group of defenders who are incredibly upset at the moment, the Minnesota Vikings. That's Thursday night football. He's going to be going up against Sheldon Richardson, Linval Joseph. They are not happy with the way that they lost to Buffalo. I don't think anybody was particularly happy with that, but they are going to be trying to take advantage of that Rams interior line, and it's going to be a fantastic game on Thursday night.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great matchup to watch. Our final guy on the list, Jesse Bates for the Cincinnati Bengals, who's actually our 7th rated rookie in our new rookie rankings.
Yeah, and he's also our 7th rated safety overall. It's just just those little bits that come together. I don't think the Bengals made any secret of the fact that they were looking to upgrade at safety. I don't think they felt that either George Iloka or Sean Williams was a bad player, but they felt they had, I think, 2 of the same players. They felt they had 2 in the box type safeties, and they never had the guy that had the range to stay single high and get to either side of the field when they wanted to do that. And last year what they did was they just flip-flopped. Sometimes it was George Iloka when they wanted to play single high. Sometimes it was Sean Williams. And that was pretty much the way they played it. I don't think that was ever what they wanted to do. So that was why they went out and got Jesse Bates, and that's very much what his role is now. So when there's a guy in the box, it's now Sean Williams. When there's a guy deep, it's Jesse Bates. And that's all good. Yeah. That's all. But the only reason they can do that is because Jesse Bates is playing really, really well. He's making all the tackles. I think he's only missed 1 tackle so far this year out of 15 he's made. He's got that range. He's been good in coverage all the way through. And as I said, he is our 7th rated safety at the moment. As a rookie, that's a fantastic performance.
Jesse Bates is off to a fantastic 2018. Well, there you have it. Make sure to like this video as well as subscribe to our channel for more videos. And we'll see you next week for our Week 4 NFL Secret Superstars.